Welcome to our Monday, June 30, not homeschool day. It's our first day of summer. I want to share with you some of the projects that we did with our Waldorf Practical Arts training for Module 7. We continued with a little bit of copper work, but I was not done with the project that I had started, like a separate project from last module. So I was able to finish it, and I like the way that the copper has this really beautiful patina. I was able to get it on 3 of these, and then the other 3, it's a little bit less so. I don't want them polished up to that fine copper color. And then I made 2 brass bowls. So one of them is from our previous module, and this one is from this module. Again, these were just extra projects that I wanted to do, and I did put it in a vinegar bath, but it came out with this really cool patina as well. Probably not patina since it's not aged yet, but this was supposed to be a bell, but I am going to enjoy it as a bowl until the next module, which isn't until February. The next module is February, and then April, and then June. So there are 3 modules together, and then you don't have anything for the rest of the summer and fall and part of winter. And so then when we reconvene in February, I will decide if I want to turn this into a bell. Right now it's just really beautiful as is. And let me see if I can find something so that you can hear how it sounds. So that's that one, and that's this one. And then versus the copper is like more of a dull sound, and this is more of like a fine sound. I also have some extra fabric from our project that I want to continue working on. We did some quilts, and so let me see if I can find. Okay, so this is one of the quilts that we did. It's a log cabin quilt, and we turned them into pillows. I had a pillow form that was this size. I don't know, maybe it's 12 inches. No, it's probably more than that. So I made this pillow to match that pillow form, and then the first log cabin quilt that I made does not match any particular pillow form, so I made it a little bit larger. I made some mistakes, and so that's why I want to revisit this project so that I can work out the mistakes that I made so I can get better at it. And then we also did some wood carving and block printing. So I did. Oh wait, let me show you the other project that I'm working on. One of the other participants at the Waldorf Practical Arts training made a flower, and I liked it so much I was able to use the template in order to make one for myself, but I wasn't able to finish it, so I'm gonna have to be a little creative on how I can actually keep this all together, because at the moment they're all separated, and I am not done with it because I still want to add some detail work to this. I believe it's called chasing, and for that I have like this metal brush, and I have this I thought I could use like with a mallet to kind of stamp in some detail, so we will attempt that. We'll see how it goes. And then for our wood carving, we're making a bas relief, and I decided to do something that was geometric and with calligraphy, and that's not a good choice for this type of art form and for a first try. So I'm not done with it, and some of the finer points have already gotten broken off just because it's too detailed of a work. We need something a little more simple. But I did try another design on the back, failed at it as well. Something geometric. It's like, unless, I don't think this is a good, if it was a little bit less detailed, I think maybe it would be okay. But because you're doing something geometric, I feel like if you're even a little bit off, it just kind of ruins the beauty of the geometry. So I think something a little bit more freeform possibly would be a better idea for this. But I did buy extra blocks so that I could play around with this. And so today my daughter and I are going to start with block printing first, and then we can do some relief. So for that, I already had some tools from when my son was doing wood carving and a mallet, which is great, but I also did buy some other tools during the Waldorf Practical Arts training because they had these ones available, which actually I ended up not using them. I ended up using the set that we already had because just enjoyed those tools better. And then over the weekend, I bought paper, Strathmore print making paper, and then the black ink and the roller in order to do some block printing. So that will be something that we're going to try today. The other thing that we're going to try today for my daughter, if she's interested, is doing her own log cabin quilt. And the other thing that I can't start today, but I'm very excited to do at some point, is work on fabric dyeing and eco printing. So Nature's Paint Box by Mona Lewis is the book that I'm going to refer to, as well as some other resources. But I love this idea, but I think I would love, especially for it to coordinate with our schoolroom a little bit more, I would love to get fabrics that are more like in these tones, and I would love for them to be plant dyed in just an array of beautiful soft colors. I think that would look so beautiful with the same log cabin design. So that's something else that I'm looking forward to doing this week or so. And really, I only have truly today, because all of July I have a really big project that I'm working on. So this is kind of like my free day to do some projects, whatever I can get started. Another block of wood for bas relief. Oh, and a bunch of cotton batting that I'm sharing with another participant from the Waldorf Arts training, and it was gifted by another person. So there's not much left, but a lot of us used it for the pillow inserts for our quilts. I used my own pillow insert, but I'm going to try to do a different project with this that I'm really excited about. And the last thing is our eco prints. So this was made with silk, cashmere, and wool felt. That one turned out beautifully. So then I tried my own, still at the workshop, with silk chiffon, and I'm not as crazy about the way this one turned out because I was hoping for a little more definition like this. I love the way this one turned out. So then I had my own bit of silk that matches this a little bit better. And then I made another one, but I only was able to let it cook for like maybe 3 or 4 hours versus 24 hours. And so it's a very, very pale. So I thought I would, and I have the eucalyptus leaves. They were extra from the training. So I took the extra leaves and I'm going to make another design over it. And I think it'll be kind of neat to see kind of like a ghost print behind and then a more strong print on top of it. So I think I mostly have these leaves, so I'm going to do that and then maybe do something with this. I'm not sure, we'll see. And I think that's everything. So let's see what we can get started today and how much progress we can make.